Hey everyone, I'm NornQueenAlexis, and today it's going to be a double upload day, I guess. I just did a video on my really fun Sister of Battle cosplay, which I am having a great time with. I absolutely love it. So I was getting ready to finish up some commissions that I've done, which I just did 5 of these guys, and I'm about to send them to the client. Painted these up. I think I charged $100 for all 5 of them. You know, I don't charge a lot for my commissions because I'm not that good. So I decided to get dressed, get ready to go out, getting everything, prepared. And then this happens. And I'm sitting here like, okay, I'll make a video. So let's get into this. The fight of the millennium. Doubt it. The fight of the millennium was actually versing Magnus. I would say it was verse Magnus or the fall of Cadia or, Faith and Fury, the other Psychic Awakenings. But we have Psychic Awakening, Wolflord versus Warlord. So let's check this out. I don't know why I do that. That actually hurts. Really?
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the main event of the evening. In the green corner, the mighty Goth warlord and undisputed leader of the Great War, Ghazghkull, Mag, Uruk, Thraka!
I guess they decided to keep his full
In
name.
the blue-grey corner, he is the Jarl of the Blackmane's Grey Company, the young king, Ragnar Blackmane! Let the fight begin!
Alright. So, looks like you went through the Primaris with the pocket. That's pretty cool. Ghazghkull ate his veggies and got bigger. So, little bit of stuff before we dive into this. I've always seen both of these factions as kind of the comedy relief of 40k. The Orks are one of the most powerful Xenos races that have ragtag armor, throw things together, and it works because their ability to improvise technologies and their innate understanding of how the universe works. But the Space Wolves, I mean, man, we got a joke about them. We call their first company Captain Wolfman Yifson. But they've always been a bit silly to me because, well, Space Wolves, really? Their 30k lore is much better than their 40k lore. And I just have to say, I'm not too thrilled about this. So, let me fix my lighting really quickly. I am so good and so professional. Like, this is how professional I am. So, let's take a look at this. Ragnar went hard in his first fight against Ghazghkull. I don't even remember it. Willing to sacrifice his life and put an end to the alien menace. For sure Ghazghkull doesn't even remember it. He fought with skill and bravery, but ended up with his arm sheared off, a broken neck, and several fist-sized rents in his armor. Damn. When the warrior of the Great Company found his body, it seemed like the young king's saga was over. There was only one option to save his life, attempting to cross the Rubicon Primaris, and because he is a named character, he did it without any problems whatsoever. Main characters in this setting, they're good. Throw them all into the Rubicon Primaris. We know they're going to survive. Just do it, GW. We know you're getting rid of the old models. Just do it for all the characters. Do it for a Smash Captain. Like, give us a actual Smash Captain that's a Primaris Marine. Like, Storm Shield Thunderhammer has the Primaris, has a jump pack. Boom. I'd be happy. Ragnar's spirit was strong, and it was not ready to travel to the halls of the emperors, so somehow the Wolflord clawed his way back to life thanks to plot armor. So we do have the rather, I will admit this one is actually pretty cool. His face doesn't look terrible. Though in classic GW fashion, he has a top knot which would get caught in his chainsword and instantly scalp him. But whatever, I guess. It does look a little bit silly, but he did keep his little puppers on his backpack. I think that's kind of adorable. And overall, out of all the Primaris Marines, he probably has the best face, which isn't saying much. So, just look at the incredible miniature. I'm looking, but I see a puppers with lots of pupper stuff on them. Man, you know, ever since I started dating Victor, an actual Norse, like a Viking straight from Iceland. By the way, Vikings aren't a people; it's a action that you do. It's to Viking. They're mostly Norse, Scandinavian, and Icelandic. So there is no actual Vikings per se. That's a lifestyle choice. Just, yeah, putting that out there. I do like his chainsword. His chainsword is rather cool. It's like a freaking katana. Actually, it's more like a great sword, but yeah. And let's see, what other comments can I make about this? It's interesting. Why does the wolf still have eyes? I find that a little bit creepy. It's like he's just biting him, like, nyam. You eat mine now. Alright, and then we got Ghazghkull Traka, the greatest orc warlord, get that right, of the 41st millennium, managed to do what no one in the galaxy could manage effectively. Kill Ragnar Blackmane. I mean, you could have left it to Magnus or the Dark Angels since they devastated the Space Wolves pretty well. Abaddon did as well during Battlefleet Gothic 2. I mean, Space Wolves kind of get messed up a lot. One of the Imperium's greatest heroes, I don't even consider him in the top 5. He didn't have the fight all his own way though. And Ragnar managed to chop his head off, of course, yada yada yada. Let's see. Wow, wait, what? Sorry, I was barely reading that because I was trying to make another joke. He didn't have to fight all his own way, though, as Ragnar did manage to chop his head off. Of course, such a flesh wound isn't enough to stop the self-proclaimed prophet of Gork and Mork. After an enterprising Grot managed to find Ghazghkull's head, and remains were taken to Mad Doc Grotznick, and the Pain Boy had planned. Okay, so they're changing up Ghazghkull's original story. So if you don't know what happened to Ghazghkull, originally he was shot in the head with a bolt round, which exploded most of his skull, and Mad Doc Grotznick actually put him back together. So it's interesting to see that they changed that up by essentially retroacting what happened to him to be Ragnar fought him and did that to him. In his labs, he began to experiment, and a sheet of green power flowed from the sky. Ghazghkull lived once more. So yeah, this sounds like a retro, a retcon to his story, and I'm okay with that. But at the same time, I like Ghazghkull's original story where nameless orc boy with shot in head becomes leader of entire Wa. Orc literally too angry to die. So we do see some notable differences between this Ghazghkull and the original Ghazghkull. This Ghazghkull is rather chunky. He's got thighs for days, and he's got a quad shooter. So he'll hit about 6 times. His claw is also much bigger with his actual claw underneath it, which I think is pretty neat. It looks like he's got a few teeth missing, which I'm not a big fan of that. I wish he had all of his teeth. Overall, they did change up his design quite a bit. He's still in his brown trousers. I do love that. His mega armor does have notable weak points, being the head, his legs, his hand. You know, notable weak points of just mega armor in general. It looks like he's on a 60 mil base, which could be nice. Wow, when they say Ghazghkull is back, he's even bigger and better than ever. We meant his miniature. He's packed with more orky details than before and can assemble face... Yeah, whatever. Just talking about his cool new models and everything. I do like that they always put like the lawnmower engine on the back of their armor. So we do have him with a bionic eye. We do have his quad shooter, which I really like. So. Can't help but notice that there is no actual Space Wolves in this picture, just the Primaris Space Wolves and Ragnar Blackmane. We also have Makari. This is another retcon to the story. Makari actually died in fourth edition. He died in the 4th edition Codex, where Ghazghkull sat on him and killed him. But Ghazghkull liked him, so he felt bad for a few minutes. So we do have some cool things there. Ghazghkull is absolutely... he's pretty big, actually. I'd say he's a bit bigger than a dreadnought. I'd actually say he's about the size of a Forge World battlesuit. Maybe the size of a Redemptor. No, he's not the size of a Redemptor. He's not big enough. I feel like he's too small. That's going to be an odd complaint, but I feel like he is too small. I don't know. I'm not sure if I like his model. I don't know how I feel about it. Like, it's kind of got the Stormraven vibe, where it doesn't look that good, but maybe in person it looks a lot better. I'll have to see what happens with this model. Ragnar just looks kind of generic, like a Space Wolf should. So I do like that. This one orc over here, he looks so confused, like, boss, why are we fighting? So yeah, they retconned his story, which I'm okay with, I guess. I knew 8th edition was retconning a bunch of the 40k lore, like a ton of it, like legit a ton of it. I should really do a video series on what they retconned. The Silent King, the Necrons, the Tyranids' origin, Ghazghkull now, Ghazghkull's origin, Makari. Damn, they've retconned a lot. And that's just naming a few things. So, with that said, I'm going to give these models like 6 out of 10. I'm not impressed. I don't know, the Ghazghkull is throwing me so far off. Like, I don't know what it is about him. He just seems too stubby. Is that a good word for it? I feel like he should be taller. Like, take his model and stretch it out just a little bit. Sorry, I had a hiccup. I feel like he's too smooshed. He's like a ball of Ghazghkull. I don't know. I like the details on him. I think that's pretty cool. I like what they did with the cow skull on his head, where now the horns are actually like part of the mechanics that go into his mega armor. But he just looks... This is going to be an odd complaint. He looks generic. Like, this just looks like an orc war boss. Like, this doesn't look like Ghazghkull, if that makes sense. Like, let me look up Ghazghkull real quick. I don't know if they're going to have his old model on here anymore. It's GHAZ. Yeah. They have him sold out, but whatever. Like, this model doesn't look good either. I don't know. He just... I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is. It's gotta be something. Like, maybe it's his art that I'm thinking of. Let's see what we got. Images. There's this picture that really captures Ghazghkull. And I really like this picture because he looks menacing. He looks tall. He looks like he's in charge. Like, look at that. He looks ready to fight. Even though technically him and Yarick have never actually had, like, a real fight. And Yarick just led the Imperial Army to victory over Ghazghkull. It just feels like... I don't know. What is this? Aw, that's cute. That's cute. He just feels too boxy. I guess he's always been missing teeth. Huh, maybe it's just Ghazghkull looks really generic. I think the more notable orc out of all of this is Boss Grimskull. Like, let me see if I can find him. I think that's how it's spelled. Like, I feel Boss Grimskull is a better orc than he is. Like, just looks-wise, Grimskull just looks a bit better. Although I don't think you really get to see... Oh, there he is. That's Boss Grimskull. Yeah, how cute he is. I don't want to load the page. I just kind of wanted to see him. Like, I know Grimskull is dead and gone. But, like... Let me open image in a new tab. I just feel like this is a better design for the orcs. Because it's more upright. I don't like the squatting motion that all of the orcs are in. And Grimskull, he never really squats too much, if that makes sense. Like, he does, but he doesn't, kinda. I don't know. I feel like I'm making sense. I just feel like I'm not too impressed with this Ghazghkull. But I will tell you what this means for the story. Both of them have new models, which means neither of them are going to die. And it's probably going to be a stalemate at the end of their Psychic Awakening. But I will be doing a lore series on their Psychic Awakening the second it comes out. So be sure to check that out. I think I'm going to end this video here. I feel indifferent about these models. I want to know your thoughts. Like, what do you think about these models? I'm sure there's orc fanboys who are absolutely crazed that Ghazghkull got bigger. His horns got smaller. That's what it is. He has tiny horns. Like, how can you call yourself a war boss with horns that small? Just saying. Just saying. Anyway, guys, I want to know your thoughts on this. Comment in the comment section down below. Tell me what you think. As always, follow all the links in the description. Follow me on Patreon. Patreon helps support the channel and everything. I don't think I need to tell you guys that. It does. Anyway, I'm NornQueenAlexis. I love you guys. Bye.